It's cool. I like.
Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, from everyone here at 2K Sports. Nothing like the NBA for Turkey Day. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. We all know Anthony Edwards went first overall in 2020. And his teammate Karl Anthony Towns said, I know what all those pressures are like. When you're the #1 pick, if any other rookies do well, there's a threat to the throne. But with Edwards' confidence in his talent, you get the sense he'll be just fine. Guys?
Good point. No pressure, D.A. Thank you. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience.
And we'll see some spectacular plays, but also a few boneheaded ones as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ingram and Williamson are the forwards. Thompson is out there with Kendrick Nunn. And it's Bonner in at the 5. All in the paint. And for the Timberwolves, Beasley on the wing along with Edwards. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Blake in at the point. Now, here's Thompson. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. And Williamson throws it down.
Difficult to guard and pick and roll. Zion's combination of mobility and quickness along with that strength just so elite.
Open what?
I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. Getting the ball inside early.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Inside, Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players.
Al Blake. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Towns kicks to Edwards. High, arcing shot. Kicks it out to Beasley. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. And it's Towns missing.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Nunn. Here he goes. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And that one is good by Beasley.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
And although he's a little undersized as a shooting guard, Beasley is still a great rebounder.
Yeah, and can regularly hit double-digit totals in that area. Very quick to the ball. Always nice to have a great rebounding guard.
And stolen by Williamson. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And this is what you want on both ends, to win the battle of effort.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
Oh, here's Edwards. He had 15 points last outing. Blake passes to Towns. Clock at 6. Outside Edwards. That 3 off the mark. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Williamson outside. Pass to Nunn. He kicks to Ingram. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. Outside Edwards. Stripped away. Now here's Nunn. Tight defense on him. Thompson passes to Williamson. Back to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And as we've watched him develop, Zion has steadily improved his passing ability.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Kings. Edwards against Ingram. Edwards, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Blake. Anthony Edwards making it. Foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with the length Vanderbilt has, Jordan, he can be a handful. Very impactful.
Yeah, he can. That wingspan on a power forward frame, he's got the opportunities now to let that work pay off. This guy is fearless on the floor. Here's
what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And it's Russell in for Beasley. Now, here's Thompson. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. A second chance effort. Passes it to Graham. Off target with his three. Timberwolves trail by 3. Russell with it. Now guarded by Ingram. The 11-footer. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Okay, D'Angelo. Russell mixing in a little interior work. Not bashful.
Pass to Graham. Outside Portis. Kicks it to Ingram. Dishes it to Graham. Back to Ingram. And the New Orleans Pelicans with another turnover here.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Russell against Graham. The pass to Aldridge. And here is McDaniels. In the corner, it's Blake. Shoots over Portis. Another shot stolen by Thompson. To the middle, here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence.
That was me patting my head, man.
Blake kicks to Aldridge. Bring him against Russell. Aldridge dishes to Russell. Off with the layup. New Orleans leading by 3. Here's Portis. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Portis against Russell. Over Hayes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start. Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Aldridge out there with McDaniels. Then it's Russell. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Blake in at the 2. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Kings really lit up the floor. He finished with 17 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. He was unguardable all game long. He took whatever the defense gave up. I'm sure he wants to do that again tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And here is Lewis, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now here's McDaniel. Hernangomez covering. Now here's McDaniel. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Blake. Lets it go from the wing. They get it back.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
So for the Pelicans, Bonner, he's checked in for Hernangomez. Williamson comes in for Hayes. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Lewis. Early on here, Greg, we already see some second-year players looking much improved over their rookie seasons.
Yeah, and if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. You're comfortable now with the speed and physicality of the game. And I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Russell against Nunn. They could use a bucket, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you love the aggressiveness D'Angelo Russell plays with. This guy basically dares the defense. Make a play on me here.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Naz Reid. Pelicans leading by 6. Out to the wing. Nunn kicks to Thompson. Here's Williamson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you have to admire how hard Zion plays. It makes defenders nervous and forces them to overcommit.
No good on the second free throw. The Timberwolves have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Passes to Russell. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Thompson passes to Williamson. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Edwards, and it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Towns with the bucket. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. And Towns does so many things well on the floor, Doris, but you can't forget about his rebounding.
Right, this guy puts up huge rebounding totals every night. You can pencil him in for double digits every night on the backboards. This guy can anchor your team's rebounding.
That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 1 and the bucket from Edwards.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
And Thompson kicks to Bonner. Back to Thompson. Over Beasley. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Edwards passes to Russell. Driving the lane. It's deflected. Thompson passes to Williamson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th assist in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Russell against Nunn. The 10-footer. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Russell.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
Got a piece of it. Towns with the steal. Here's Edwards. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Williamson finds Ingram. Towns with the steal. 29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Towns throws it down.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Beasley against Thompson. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Beasley with a clean look from outside off the mark. And Thompson launches it from deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves ahead as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-3 run. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
So for New Orleans right now, the talented front court pair is Ingram and Williamson. Kendrick Nunn out there with Thompson. And it's Bonner in at the 5 down low. Thompson looking for an opening. 6 to shoot. Nunn passes to Thompson. No good off the back of the rim. Minnesota leading by 4. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Ingram, and the basket by Blake.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
It's Ingram on the wing. Now, here's Nunn. He's covered closely. Towns with the defensive effort. Minnesota shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Beasley against Thompson. Williamson with it. He's got 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
That one falls.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Blake, defended by Nunn. And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up.
What a tough shot.
The foul. That is his first foul of the game. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Pelicans also making a change. Hayes is checked in. Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
What floor awareness from Karl Anthony Towns to be 7 foot and that skilled. How lucky is he?
And the pass to Nunn. Here's Thompson, for by Beasley. Beasley against Thompson. To the paint, here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Blake passes to Reid. Up top, Edwards. He's covered by Ingram. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And Doris, we know that Anthony Edwards has given numerous head-turning quotes, but that's just who he is.
That's right. One of the most candid players in the league. Caught some media off guard when he said he saw himself as a football player. But this guy's got big-time personality.
Took him no time at all on that one. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And every year we see, Greg, some incredible... teams deciding to change it up. Here's Thompson. He's got 10. 4 seconds left. He lays it in. Thompson's got 12 points in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Russell in the backcourt with Beasley to his side. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4 shot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Thompson.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Edwards looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, that was something else!
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Count it.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
And Beasley has the ball here for Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They host the Spurs after this one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Vanderbilt the pass to Russell. On its way from Beasley for 2. It's rebounded by New Orleans. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Thompson dishes to Bonner. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
It's Edwards on the wing. Towns down low, defended by Nunn. And it's good for 2.
I mean, guys, how good is the form and the release? Karl Anthony Towns capable in the mid-range as well.
Pass to Nunn. Now, here's Thompson. Williamson looking it over. And Thompson throws it down.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Thompson against Beasley. Russell against Nunn. Russell, no good.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Stolen away. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Graham against Edwards. Deep two from Russell. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Time now for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Pelicans. He confirms that it is a sprained ankle, and as you'd expect, it's very swollen and it's causing him a lot of discomfort. While the season isn't very old, this is still distressing to hear, and somebody is going to have to pick up the slack while he's out. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Bobbed up there for Edwards. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
See, to me, the more D'Angelo Russell passes the basketball, the better his team is. Encouraging to see him focus on it.
Williamson kicks to Thompson. Back to Williamson. Russell inside. He's against Bonner, and the shot is good. And now a 12-point Timberwolves lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, and something else that served them well are all the turnovers they've caused and the points that have come along with those.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, his value has really come into play at the defensive end. So disruptive as a lockdown defender, forcing all those turnovers. Player of the game almost always goes to someone for their offense, but his D has been the big factor here tonight. And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Ingram against Edwards. The dish to Blake. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. .121 left to play here in the fourth. Edwards passes to Vanderbilt. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Edwards. Shoots over Ingram.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest down here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And as Towns missing. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Williamson. Bonner kicks to none. Williamson trying to free himself up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Williamson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pelicans. Here's Blake, defended by none. Passes it to Beasley. Blake feeling it out of it. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olds, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Face cold.